Everyone, welcome again. In this video I'm going to show you how can you create an automation framework using Selenium, Java and TestNG. So in this video we are going to cover like we have one application running over here, that is Spring Boot project. So we are going to write a Selenium automation script to automate this is the task of this entire video series. So you can, like, if you are learning, you are automation engineer and you're learning automation, so you can follow these steps. We are in this series, what we are going to do, we are going to create a proper test cases, then we'll start our framework designing, and then we'll design a complete hybrid and a page object model framework that will follow all the industry standards, and we'll follow the same file structure. So basically this is the start. So in this video we are going to start like how can you create a simple automation framework from scratch by using Java, TestNG and Selenium. After that we'll implement the page object model, and this will be a basic tutorial, so basic framework. After day by day, when we improve and we increase the number of test cases, we'll add the next things, and like data driven behavior and report creations and video recording, screenshots, the different things we'll implement later. So to start, I have created some test cases. Like we have test cases for the home page. Also I want to mention one thing here: if you are a new like if you have basic knowledge of the core Java, then only you can continue this video, because it's required. Java, you should know like Java 8 or Java 11, some basic concept of Java, like loops over there, if else conditions over there, try catch blocks, like oops concept you can understand, and the array list and the list. So you should know the core Java, then only you can go into this. So I'm going to start from like I'm assuming you are expert in core Java, you know with core Java basics, then you are going to start this, so it will be grateful and easy to understand. So I'm trying to demonstrate what real-time automation framework, how we can start to automate any website, right? So for initial phase, we have a home page, and over the home page we have some test cases like navigate to home page and verify the page title over there. So what exactly we need to do, we have to navigate to this URL and we have to verify the login here. Not login. When application will launch, this will be your home page, and this is our title that we need to verify. Next test case, we have navigate to the home page and verify header titles. It should be a title as a car parking management. So this is the thing that we need to verify. After that we have other test cases as well for different pages. Why we are creating multiple pages for the simple test cases? Because I don't want to write a complicated test cases over there, because it will be hard to understand. I'm going to implement the simple test cases, but following page object model, so it will be easy to understand. So we have 3 pages here: home page, login pages test case, and registration page test case. So we'll implement one by one. So to start, I'm assuming you have the Eclipse in your machine installed, and this is the project that is running. So after that I'm going to create a fresh automation tutorial. So for that you have to go into the file section, go to new Maven projects. Here click on the next, and if you are not getting something here, what you need to do, go here and search for internal, and you will see Maven archetype quick start. You can create a project. So basically what we are doing, we are just creating a Maven project over here. That Maven project, under that Maven project, it will give us a default, the Maven give a default project architecture, file architecture, that we can implement our automation framework. Okay, so com is a group ID, and you can keep anything, but as a standard I will keep like it will generate a package path, so it should be like com or some domain name and a test extra. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say com, and you will see the difference here. So as I say, key automation framework, I just giving it a automation framework, or you can say the car parking framework. We can say automation car parking automation. Actually the website on that we are going to implement the test cases, we are going to run the test cases, its name as a car parking, so I keep it as a car parking application. Also I can do it in a small, busy. So the default package name will be com.carparkingautomation. So click on finish. At the time when I click on the finish, if I see my console in my IDE, so it's creating a too many process, like it's creating a project for me. So it's creating my one project. If you see the logs here, it's say creating a my one project. Now if you notice here, it's asking me to confirm my details like com, the project name that we have just mentioned. So I just press Y from my keyboard and hit enter. It says the build success. It means one project is created here for me, and it has a default architecture, like one package is there and app.java file is there. So if you will run this file, it will give you out as a hello world, right? So let me quickly run it. So this is simple Java file. That's why we are running it, right clicking on that simple job run Java application. Okay, so we have different things here. Let's understand the current file structure. Currently we have one package here with application name and one app.js Java file that has a source code, like just a simple hello world program in Java. So we don't need to do anything with this. Just for your understanding. So if you are going to write any JUnit test cases, under the test section we have this test file and we have a JRE. It means that it's defined on which version our project is running, on which Java library our project is running. So currently if you see, it says Java SE 1.8. It means currently this project is car parking automation is running on Java 1.8 version. Can I change it? Yes, I can change it. How can I do it? Let's suppose I have JDK 1711 in my board, in my machine. I want to change it. So you just need to right click on the root folder of the application, go to properties, go to facts. If you see here, generate facts, and you see my version here is the selected 17. It's okay. If it's not, you can click on it and you can change it to 17 or any version. Another place you need to see is Java build path. Here you have to check this as the library section, edit this JRE version, select it as a 17 or something. So when you do this, and when you do this, it will make change in your version. Also just integrate this into the in your project. It's already there, but make sure this checkbox is checked. Okay, so we have now you understand the JDK versions, and in the my1 dependencies we have one file here as a pom.xml. So whatever the dependencies, third-party tools we are going to use in this project, all the dependencies we have to enter here. What is the meaning of the dependencies? Dependency is just a definition, like it's again a archive file that's contained. This is our file of JUnit for this dependency. If you see under the dependency state, we have added one dependency. Okay, this is for JUnit, and by default the Eclipse, when I create a project, Eclipse added for me. So what it contains just simple packages and classes, so we can use the features of JUnit. Similarly, what we are going to use in the application, we are going to use the Selenium. Okay, so third-party APIs, third-party is there. So what we are going to do, we are going to implement, we have to integrate we have to add this dependency here, then only I can use those classes, drivers and elements in this project, right? Other thing, we have to add more things, so we'll discuss it later. Just understand, we are going to manage this project, to build this project, and to manage the versions and all the build information of the project. We are going to use this pom.xml, and I will let you know in a while how can we add the dependencies. After that, we have sources here, and under the test also we have a source package, target. So this is not a currently we are not going to use, but we can add the files here into the sources, like system.property, from which file we can read the systems. We'll implement this in a while as well. Okay, so this is the current file structure, but to implement the page.xml page object model, just make sure you have some different packages that you need to implement. The initial thing is the base package. To create a new package in a Java, just right click here, go to new package, and under this package section you have to enter the package name. So what I just copied this name, and after that what I want, base package. So what we are going to enter in this package, we are going to enter some best test cases, like initial, the basic of all the test cases. It means, let's say for every test case we have to run the browser, we have to load the URL, we have to maximize the browser. So basic things we will implement in this, and then we'll extend these things into our pages and test cases. So next package, you need a page. And why we need a page package? Because we are going to write the pages. We have a different pages, so for each and every pages we are going to add a class over here. Then in that class we will add the detailed information of the page, like element and the methods and the things. So next thing, and very important, is a test. So let's implement a test here. So in this test package we are going to add the test cases, and let's create quickly a simple test cases. Like we are going to create a basic. Okay, if you create, we have two options, like we will show you, like I will show you how can you create a like the TestNG classes as well once, but for that we need to add the plugin over here. So let's create a simple class here, public. Oh sorry, we just need to enter the class name here. So it will create a class for me, and okay, before that, before writing the code, we have to implement the dependencies, because we are going to use different things here, different versions of Selenium and other things. So let's create some dependencies. So first dependencies, we need a Selenium. Okay, so we can write Selenium dependence, Selenium Maven dependency. We can go here, just make sure you are running on our latest versions. So from the Maven repository, mavenrepository.com, this is the official site for all the Java dependencies. We can copy it and we are going to edit here. So we have now Selenium dependency. Next dependency we need is, let me Selenium is done. We need now TestNG, the latest version. Just go to the URL and check the latest version, copy this and add this. If you notice here, when I add this and save it, I can see the new dependencies here into my Maven dependency section. Earlier there was only JUnit, so now I can use these features of these jars. And next thing, after we have a Selenium Java, now we have a TestNG, and next thing we need a Chrome driver, so we can run a Chrome driver dependency as well. So we can take a latest one. Okay, so we will add more later, but like for other operations, but initially we just need these three to implement the TestNG thing over there. So we have testing. Also another thing, what you need to do, just install TestNG. Currently this is like on this Eclipse we don't have a TestNG plugin, so it will not run any TestNG file. So what you need to do, just go to your help center, go to install new software. Now just go to the market, just go to the Eclipse market and search here for, it will take a time, so TestNG. When you will search here for TestNG, it should give some results. Yeah, you can see this plugin TestNG for the Eclipse, so you can install it. Just click on it. It might take some time, it's totally depend on the speed, like internet speed and the processing of the machine. So it, in many cases it might take time. Okay, just click on the confirm. Accept, finish. You can check the logs here. Okay, if you see this kind of pop-up, just confirm here, like you can select all and you are going to trust on these items. So select all, click on trust select. Again do it the same, and once it done, it will ask you to restart now. Just click on restart now and it will start your Eclipse. Now we can my Eclipse is started now. Now we can create a class and add the content over there, because we have now all the dependencies that we are going to use in this project, like TestNG and Selenium, other things. So the very first thing, this is a best test, or we can say it is a best test. Yeah. So this is a best test file. Here what I'm going to do, I'm going to create some initial steps. So let's say I'm going to create a web driver. With the name as a driver, we can make it public. Okay, and we have to initialize this, and like if you understand the before annotation or annotation, just explore the annotations in TestNG. So here I'm going to use before annotation. Let's say public void setup. Okay, and it will be run. I don't know why it's not giving it me before class. So it says add TestNG library or convert it into the TestNG. So what we can do, we can click on the add TestNG library. We have that plugins, so we can just click on the add TestNG plugin and you will see it's added here. And now we can import these files. So we can just import these classes, and under this setup what we can do, we can write the initial configuration for the drivers. So what exactly we need to write here? The first thing, we have to set one property that defines the Chrome driver. Like during the automation, the first step, our code going to connect with the browser. So we have to do some settings to connect our code to like my code or my instruction to a Chrome driver. We have to write some system settings. So let's say I'm going to say system.set property. Oh, sorry. This is system.set properties. System.set property. Here we have to find a key, and here we have to find a path of our driver. So currently, let's say what will be the key? Key will be, we can say webdriver dot chrome dot driver. Is this anything right? Is this, yes, everything is right. And here we have to write the path of the driver. So where you will get this driver, you can go to the internet, just go here and search for Chrome driver dependency download. We have to download the Chrome driver. So you will see over the first link we have different version. Now exactly we need this. Actually we need to find this one. Okay, here's the URL. You can check the URL getwebdriver.com.chrome driver, or you can search over the Google and make sure you are going to navigating on this URL. So when you do it, just go here and search for your configuration of your machine. So like if you are using a Windows machine, you can go for a Windows versions. If you are using different versions, different operating systems, you can go for that. So I'm using Windows 64-bit, so I'm going to download this one. So just copy this URL. Just copy this URL and enter this, and you will see the downloading is started automatically. So once the downloading is done, you have to extract this file somewhere. So let's say we should keep it into the project libraries only, but for now I'm going to create a project create a simple folder here as a driver. I'm going to enter that here. So I just say driver. Under the driver I'm going to add this. I just need to extract this. So when I extract this, I can see the driver over here. So what I need to do, I need to add this path. Okay, so how can I add this path? I just simply copy paste the complete path of this, and here after that I just need to write the name of the file. So the Chrome driver file name is Chrome driver only, so I'm just renaming it, and at the end you can add the exe. Okay, and the system property is set. Now we know, our system knows on which driver we need to connect. So we need to connect on a web driver, and this is the location of the driver. And next what I need to do, we can say we can create an object of a driver, like we have defined the driver here, we can initialize it. So driver equals to new Chrome driver. What we are doing, we are going to create a new object of the driver over here, and then we are going to perform some operations, like let's say driver.manage. We have to manage the browser and then current window of the browser, and then we have to maximize it. So it's really simple, just understand things like this. We have set this driver to our system by using this line of code, and then we are creating an object of that Chrome driver and telling to Chrome driver just manage my current window of Chrome driver and maximize it. After maximizing, again driver dot get, and we can say navigate to the URL. So just go to this particular URL, and in our case, what is the URL? So we have restarted the Eclipse, so let me run my project again and create a live URL. So I just going to run it, and we'll get the URL here. You can use any real-time browser URL for a testing, and whatever the project you are going to use to automate. So for testing purpose you can use URL. I'm using a project that is running over my local host. So this is a project running, so here we need to write the URL. Okay, so the initial thing is done. So what other thing we can add into the base initially? Let's say what should happen after, like before class, what should be happen after running any test class. So we have to do this initial steps, and then say after class, what we need to add after class. So under the after class, public void, and we can say tear down, means we need to close the browser and all these things, so we have to do the tear down. So let's say if driver is not equal to null, then we have to perform driver.quit. So what we are defining here, we have created object of this driver before class, but here we are going to check if it's not null, then quit it. Quit means we can close all the windows. Okay, there is a good interview question over here. The interviewers always ask, like, what is the difference between close or quit, and one more thing is there. So just go and over the internet and just read about it. Okay, so the best test is done. Now we can create a page. So let's create a home page. Here I'm going to create a class name as a homepage.java. Okay, it should be capital homepage Java. Okay, so what should be in this class, and this is the first step to implementing the page object model. Actually we are going to do some initial definition. So you can say we can write a test case and we can run this. We don't need this page object. Let's say if I'm going to create a home test here, let's create a home test, then after implementing it, we will run our page object model. So here we have a home test, and in this we have, now we can write a simple test cases. So let's write a simple test case here. So if you want to say test, and let's say public void, and the name we can say nav to home page. Okay, so we have this test case. What we can do, we have initial setup already in our base test. So what we can do, we can just using the inheritance from Java, and we are going to extend our base test. So base test, right? So we have now drivers over here. Okay, so now we have a driver object here. So from the driver, what we can do, we can simply check the assertion. Let's say we are already navigated to the home page by here. If you see the best test, we navigated to this page, and let's say we are going to verify the title of the page. So I added one assert here, assert from TestNG. Make sure while you importing these packages is coming from the right library. So we are using TestNG, so we are importing it from TestNG only. Assert dot is true. Let's say, okay, not as true, it's assert and here we have to, by default it will be false. We have to add a true condition over here. So what we can do, we can say driver dot get title, and what should be the title, title dot contains home. Here we have a home page over there. So this is our title here. So we are going to verify this one. So let's save it and let's run it, and let's see what output we can see. So just right click on it to run it. So initially if you want to run it, right click on it, go to run as and TestNG. So when you start, it will start the browser and quickly it's done. So let's say what I can do, I'm going to implement some wait over there. So let's say thread dot sleep. We can add, this is not a good practice, but for now I'm adding. Later we will implement the implicit wait that should be implement over there. We should never use, I will not recommend you to use in a real-time project. You have to use the custom weights over there. We'll implement in upcoming days, but for now, to show the output, I'm going to use this. So let's say it's added, and now again run it. So right click on it, go to run as, and select, you can see option here, the TestNG test. When you will run it, you will see the browser is opening, it's navigating to over there, it's getting the title, and it's going to close after that wait. Like we have a 10-second wait, and it's running. If you see result in a TestNG, you will see these things as well. Also the main thing for a TestNG, in a TestNG we have created, it's automatically created report for us. We didn't write any code over there. So to view this report, just right click on it, go to property, output, and go to output test, and you have to run this index file. Select your browser just once, and you will see the report. It says too many things, we'll understand it later. Okay, and we can implement the custom report as well, like by TestNG, the most popular, not an extend report, that is the most popular library. We'll implement in some days. So you have write your first test cases over there, but you didn't implement it the pages over here. So to implement the proper page, what you need to do, in the home page you have to write some initial things. Like if let's say in this test case we don't need any XPath, right? You understand, we don't need an element, we are just getting a title. But let's say I want verify this home page and this login page and the login operations and some different operations. So we have to integrate with these buttons, with these inputs, these buttons, these links. How can I do that? So how can I define? So I can define those things into our home page, and it means under my pages section. So let's say for every page we will create a different page. Like we have a home page, and what are the features and functionality for the home page? We have 3 or 4 test cases, and for the sign up page there will be different page. For a login there will be a different page. So let's first finish with the home page, then we'll implement the other one. So how can we implement the home page here? So let's say create an object of for driver again. So I just created a web driver, and we have object we have a variable for a web driver, and let's create a constructor, and not a public method. Okay, we can create like this. So we have a constructor with the name of home page, and what this constructor will do, it will take an input as a driver. Let's say driver. Okay, here what we need to do, we need to say we have to initialize this driver to this. So this driver equals to driver. So what we are doing here, we are when we create an object of this home page, we will pass one driver, the current instance of the driver, then that instance will be assigned to this driver. So what we are doing here, we are initializing the value here. Again, next thing, we are going to use a PageFactory. So for to use a PageFactory, what we need to do, nothing, we have to say PageFactory dot initiate elements. Okay, here we have to pass two things. In first parameter you have to pass a driver, and in the second parameter you have to pass this. It means to all the objects in this class should be initialized. Okay, so you just need to write this, and then you can start writing your code, your elements and your methods. And what are the exactly elements are there? Let's say I want to define this element. So first thing, I need XPath. So how can I define the XPath? For that we can save here, we are going to say page elements. This is a good practice while you're writing comments with your code. So what we are going to start here, we are going to start a element writing. So let's say find by this is a way of writing defining XPath in the PageFactory model, in PageFactory and object model. So find by from which we need to pass. There are different options. So like we can get any element by ID and link, partial link, but mostly and the most favorable uses is the XPath. So here we have to write a XPath. Okay, and then we can define the name of it. So let's say private web element, and let's say heading. Okay, why we are keeping it a private? Because we are following the page object model, and according to the page object model this should be private, because no one can directly access it. So we will do this is just simple Java concept. So you have to learn the accessifier in Java if you are worried why we are using private and why using default it. So we are going to access these things very publicly by creating a proper cloud methods. Okay, so here find by XPath. In this XPath I need to write the XPath. So just to get the XPath, right click on it, go to inspect element, and right click on it. Okay, so to inspect element, click here on this arrow. It's like this, right click on it, go to copy, select XPath, and I can close this one. When I search it, it will give me a path, but it's a direct XPath. So in this case, what I need to do, if you are writing test cases or you are creating XPath, you have to you should know how can we create a XPath over there. So I'm going to create a custom XPath. So how can we create a custom XPath? This is simple. Let's say just find a way of it, like what are the possibilities with this link. So we have an anchor link, and that contain text, this one. So what we can do, we can say in a code anchor tag that we can say that contains text. And what is the text? And just copy the text. So this is the text. Now you see there is a one, like if I increase it, hope you can see it, you can see this one. So we have created this and it's contained one element, it's searching one element. So it's, we are just writing a function, text function, to verify it. So this is the custom XPath, and we can copy it and we are going to write it here. So by this way we can get it. And next thing what we can do, let's say we just need to verify this heading, and how we can access this from our testers in our test classes. So let's say I'm going to create a method here, and that method will be going to return this text. So public string header heading text. So by this element we are going to get the text, and we are going to return those texts to get text. So in a Selenium we have different operations. So what will be the process to verify this? Let me minimize this. So what will be the process to verify this header text? We will we just created one element, and by that element we will extract this text and then will verify it from our real text. So this get text method will give me the text of whatever the text is available on this header heading. It will give it to me. So we have elemented defined, and we have created methods, functions, methods that will help us to perform the real-time operation. And here let's create another test case. So here in this to create another test case, just write test and public void, and let's say verify header heading. So here, okay, so here also now what I need to do here, I just need to create an object of that home page. So we have home page, let's say the name is page equals to new home page, and we have to pass the driver. If you remember, we have created one constructor here that can create when user will create an object of this home page, user need we need to pass this driver here. So we are creating an object here and we are passing driver. From where this driver is coming? This driver is coming from our best test. Okay, so we have extended, this is our super class. So now here what I need to do, page dot not a get, we have heading text. So we have already one method here that's going to get a text us. So to show you, I'm going to create a variable here and just going to store this and going to print it. So it will display system sysout, we can say sysout, and text, the page heading is and what will be the page heading? The text. And another thing, to verify by automation, we can write a assert here. Again I'm going to use the same assert dot assert true, and what we can do, we can use this text here. So let's say text dot contains, and what is the real text, we can directly copy it. Later on we have to write it from, we have to call this from the models where we are maintaining the data. So for now I'm just passing this directly. Okay, so let's run it. This time it should run two test cases. One is for navigate to the home page and second is to verify the heading. So to run it again, I'm going to create a right click on it, go to run as and select Java TestNG. So it's executing, the maximize the browser and navigate it to there, and it will wait for 10 seconds because we have given the 10-second wait in our code, and then it will verify the heading and the page title and it's executed. You can see the results here, two test cases and two are passed, 0 failure and sky. So what it did, it just get the text from the heading, verify it, and it's done. Now we will implement other pages as well, and also will implement one more package that called model. In that model we will add the data, this data, and we'll implement the system.property. And next also we have to implement the system.property that can contain our keys and values, the driver name. Like we can also we should not directly pass this URL. Will set it from the system.property file. So more changes are required. So in the next video we will continue it. It's going a long video, so we will divide it into the part, and just keep watching. If you like the videos from the code one, just please subscribe the channel. We'll add the new zone over there. Now we'll create a live test frameworks and we'll upload it in the different technologies. So this is just a start, and thank you for watching.